Bella is neglected, poor thing, you know, and she's horribly abused. You should, hold on, you should see.
Okay, yeah, I know she's so abused.
So Quincy is over here and climbing up on top of the counters and everything because he's usually, he's also abused, clearly. Can you see him?
You're like, what are we doing? What's for dinner?
Poodles in
Well,
the
there you go. They're waiting for something to drop.
They're ready.
This is basil, sir. Yes, ma'am. And this is right here. All right, so Pam already brought a dish. It is in the oven staying warm, and we're going to make pizza here. So have it recording for us so that we can send it to people who couldn't make it in. Look, these poor abused poodles. So what you have to do first with the
Sounds kind of cutting in and out.
yeah, we're using the Cauliflower Foods pizza crust, and you have to preheat them first. So I've had it in the oven here just a few minutes so that it's, oh man, that smells good.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. All right. So we've been preheating right here, and we're gonna load this baby up. Excuse me, children. Right. We're gonna admit over here comes Allie. Did I say here? Admit. There we go. Okay. So, let's see.
That's what, cauliflower crust?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Miss Allie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
Good, good. We are put preheated crust out of the oven because you need to crisp it up first, the Cauliflower Foods one. And now we're going to dress it up. So hold on, Miss Pam, and I'm going to grab a spoon right here. I'll just put on the side of that one. We'll be good. Do that. So, I'm gonna grab our, hold on, here's our Rouse spaghetti sauce, okay? This has, no spaghetti sauce, this is pizza sauce, and it has, you know, I don't know why I pretend like I can see without glasses, seriously.
Fake it till you make it.
That's why I'm wearing my glasses right now.
Okay, so it has 3 grams of carbohydrates per serving. Okay, so anything less, any of these sauces that
stuff
per serving is good to go. And there's the poodle alarm too. Okay, so I'm gonna dress this guy up over here, and I'll show you guys in a second if you can't see what I'm doing because. Right, hold on a second. You can tell we're not professional cooking. So hold on a second. Here is, come on in. How are you? Okay, so this is dressed up now with the pizza sauce on it. Come on, honey. Oh, did you bring this? You're so sweet. Thank you.
This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Come on
Did you
in
guys
and
try
pull
it?
the chair.
Let me wash my hands.
That's all right. We're trying to figure out how to do this whole filming it thing. Okay, hey, maybe like that. Okay, so you guys won't watch me, but you can see that. Hey, there's a thought. Right? Because don't mind them. Just, you know. So I have it on good authority from people that make pizza for a living, as in Paula Burt, that you need to put the cheese down first. So in my opinion, then you can't ever like have like too much cheese. So I kind of do it first on the bottom layer, and then I do some more on the top.
Yeah, that's the way I do it.
Okay, right here, honey. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
How much are they recommending?
Let's just go ahead and take it all off the leaf since I got you here. And you, excuse you, sir.
It's so cute.
So it's funny, we met when I bought some planters from her. Way over there, and then we got to talking about where do you live? 1 street over.
1 minute.
That's
1 minute it
good.
took you to get her?
But I got lost. To be honest.
Because
In the circle.
the GPS is wrong. It's wrong.
Oh my God, I was like, what?
I had the first time I came over, I had to call her and she had to go outside.
I said, no, it's all wrong. It's totally wrong. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, we almost forgot the pepperoni. pepperoni. No, we can't forget the pepperoni. Okay. I love these. They do get okay, so just so you can see, turkey pepperoni, okay? And guess what? You cannot taste the difference.
Okay.
Regular pepperoni, and it's way, way, way better for you. So I am a pepperoni and black olive kind of girl, always. Don't move
And
much.
it doesn't give you heartburn like
Right.
regular pepperoni
Right.
used to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right. So cover it in pepperoni. So what we did before you got here is we preheated this is the cauliflower pizza crust.
I need to know which one that is when you get a chance.
This is okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So not all cauliflower pizza crusts are created equal. So for example, I'm a huge Trader Joe fan in California. I had one literally 5 minutes from my house. So I'm missing the whole,
Not so much.
not so much here. It's kind of an hour's drive to get there, but okay. But you know, they're always whole foods and they're healthy and wholesome and cheap. So if you look at the one that Trader Joe makes, literally, this is thicker than the rest. It is literally 10 times the number of calories than the one that we use for our program. So I'm like, okay, not that one, not that one. Let's see back here. So we use one from Cali Flower Foods is the name of the company. So Cali, like in California. And they actually sell it at Walmart here.
Oh, they sell it.
They do, yep.
It's in the health section. It's not where the pizzas are, you know, where they have the health food like the turkey burgers and the Morningstar stuff. It's in that area.
So
Did you throw away the wrapper? I'm more a visual person.
yeah, I got
Okay.
this one actually I pulled out of I buy the stack packs from these because I order them like 6 at whenever they're on sale, I get their email and I order them a bunch of time. I order enough to get free shipping.
Right.
So especially right now, nobody needs to be going to the store if they can't help it. Right.
It's in a yellow box, the one that I get,
Gotcha.
and it's the Italian.
Here, I'm glad you asked. So this is for you. Here's for the rest of the world. Here's what this is. So this is the pizza crust that we, okay? And 2 of them are like $9 or something like that.
Yeah.
So this box costs $9?
It has 2 pizzas.
But it has 2 pizzas in it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is when you start eating right, I used to be a very, shall we just say, very accomplished pizza eater.
Yeah.
I only eat like half a pizza.
Really?
Yes, look, I mean, usually
But you can eat the whole pizza.
You could, yes, but I just don't, because I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm full bastard. So you can buy other 4.5.
Ella's looking like hey, I'm gonna get up there and get some.
Pre-made,
Yeah.
and this has a whole bunch more calories. So I like to be able to control what my ingredients are, so that way I know what I'm doing. Oh, I went to grab a fork. Sir? Put on over. And we'll grab here. Okay, anybody allergic to black olives? Okay. All right. When I was a kid, I used to eat these I remember my mom, who loves black olives also, started just, she showed us how to pop one on each finger, and then she'd wander around with like 10 olives and just pop them off and eat them. I've always loved them. So there's I found the Thirsty Goat here, the coffee shop, and they have yummy pizzas.
Yes, they do.
But they don't have any black olives. I'm like, can we put some black olives with the pepperoni? Come on.
The Pie 5 place that's over by the mall here,
Yeah.
they do
And they have cauliflower.
crust.
Yeah, I've tried that.
Did they reopen? Because they had announced that because of COVID, they were going to close and they were never going to open. They didn't.
Noodles. They also do some cauliflower stuff, and they do some miracle noodle stuff.
I love though that people are becoming aware of that, and you have those kind of options. Like for me, if I'm out and about, I will choose gluten-free stuff only because I'm not certain that I'm allergic to it. But it is.
Makes my tummy feel better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't get all bloated and nasty and whatever. Okay, so this is oregano, y'all. Not on over here because Pam was kind enough to pick it off its little leaf. But anytime you can use fresh ingredients like this, man,
It does
so
make a difference,
much better.
especially the basil.
This is basil right here, and it's just fresh out of these packages that you get to, things like
In the produce section.
little packet. Okay, get that.
hmm
And any questions from you guys, feel free to holler. Can you see okay what we're doing?
Looks great.
Okay, what are you doing in Michigan, Haley?
Visiting my son. His birthday's on Tuesday, so I thought I'd come to spend time. I haven't seen him in like over a year.
Fun.
And yeah, and I'm visiting a couple of family in Chicago and Iowa.
Wow, look at you.
Obviously, of course, just kind of sharing our program as well because it's so amazing. You can't just stop sharing.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, garlic. We can't do this and not have garlic. Please. All right. So we want to do the dry stuff.
I do.
It makes life easier.
I do the powdered. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. We'll just do a little bit of this. All right. And then just throw in a little bit more cheese to hold everything together.
Yep.
All right. And then we're going to stick it into the oven for.
Sometimes it's 15 minutes.
It's a long time to make this damn piece.
No.
Quincy is all about ready. Let's have dinner.
So
This guy's nose right up there.
I know he's supervising.
Yeah.
He's also been fascinated. If you were up close, you could see that he has dirt on his nose because his brand new fence has something that must smell really, really good. And I'm like, yeah. As soon as I let them out, now he makes a beeline to go over that fence, and I find him his nose dug under there easily. So I don't know what he's doing that smells so good. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the oven right now, and so I'm gonna also get out this other dish and then that Pam made, and maybe you can tell them about that. And then we'll, not really. I mean, the recipe
We can
we can
post.
focus. Pam made.
I made a turkey meatball lasagna. And it's made with, you can either use zucchini sliced, but I use spaghetti squash, ricotta cheese, and I'll use this. There's mozzarella cheese, a little parm, basil, garlic salt, and it calls for a can of diced tomatoes, but I like the Rotel better. I like the flavor of the Rotel tomatoes. I use a can of the Rotel tomatoes with no salt. And then just turkey meatballs, which you can buy in the frozen section, or you can make yourself. It's completely up to you. I buy them. And then mozzarella cheese on top with a little bit of parm sprinkled on it.
I'm all about easy.
25 minutes in the oven at 350. Done.
Done.
Yeah. It's really, I mean, it literally, other than cooking the spaghetti squash, which you guys know that I like doing mine in the oven because I like the little crispy edges.
Right,
So it takes about 40 minutes. So I did that this morning. But once I had that cooked, it literally took me like 10 minutes to throw it together and put it in the oven.
Part of the looking into the spaghetti.
Yeah,
squash. You
yeah.
need like an axe to open
Yes,
it.
yes. But you can look on Pinterest and they have helpful, like putting it in the microwave for a few minutes, it helps soften that shell for your spaghetti squash. To me, the best thing to do is have a big knife. Have a big knife.
You need the kind that isn't like fatter on
Right.
the top.
You need
those
a
little-
long knife so that you
Yeah.
can poke it and pull it, to crack the shell on that spaghetti squash.
I know, my mother.
I just finished cooking my spaghetti squash too.
Did?
And what I did, I actually wrap it on a foil. It's faster because it steams it faster, less timing. So it works great too.
So do you leave yours whole or do you cut it in half and then face down on the foil? How do you do that?
I cut it in half
Right?
Yeah. Scoop it
and then
out.
put it upside down, wrap it with foil. Yeah.
Yeah, it steams it. I've done that too, and it does
Yeah.
cook because it steams a little.
Here it is. I can share it with you guys.
Okay, look.
I haven't opened it. I'm waiting for my son so we can have dinner together.
Yes.
So it's a little steamy and it's all ready. See?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It's actually nice and cooked and soft. And I make some meat with chili because, you know, we have to have our spice. And what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to serve it in this bowl. Just kind of mix it and pour the stuff. So it'll be more,
A lot of bowls.
you know, original.
Yummy.
Good stuff.
So I did, what I forgot to get at the store, I usually would have like sangria for us to have because, excuse us, if you don't mind, to step over all the poodles in the kitchen. I found a little Crystal Light berry sangria mix. And if you mix this up with diet, dang, it is so good. Yes, no alcohol at all, but it is so yummy. Yes, baby.
I'll have to try it.
Diet wine.
Diet Squirt. I like Diet
Berry
Squirt is
sangria.
it's grapefruit instead of like the lemon lime of Diet 7-Up. No calories at all in any of that. And when I have made it
It's like a
before,
carbonated.
yeah, and when I've made it before, it is just, gosh, I'm gonna trip over these ones. It's always the hit. Everybody's like, I have some more of that. So pretty fun. Yeah. Put them there. Although it does kind of warm up your bags.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, just a little bit. But that's the.
I like the 0 calorie ice drinks.
Mhm. Yeah,
Just when you want something with a little carbonation.
a little bit of pizzazz to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Ah, I lost some flavor. Lost them in the sink. Yeah. All right. Okay, so at the point, we can, while the food is cooking, we can talk, we can talk about what the topic today was gonna be all about how we stay healthy, how we stay at a healthy. Probably go sit down at the table and bring once again, are with us. Step over the 47 dogs in the middle of the floor. And we can move those chairs around, girls. Feel free to grab that and let's say we can just maybe put this over here and all of us, we can, all right. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, we can all sit here and visit, we can chat. There's room for all of us, I think.
This is table talk. Except for the table. Yeah.
Okay, so, Allie, are you?
Yes. What's that?
Are you already at your healthy weight now?
Yes, I am. I totally am. I think I'm actually, if I continue, I'm gonna be like when I came from Mexico, I was 105 pounds. I'm 110, but I think 115. I think 115 is great because I just feel like finally I don't have to worry about anything else and my health is good. I went and did some blood work last week, so tomorrow I'm calling my doctor. And, you know, it's good because at that time when I had, you know, health issues with pre-diabetic. So now I just want to see what does it look like for the, you know, for tomorrow and what he tells me. So yeah, I'm there.
Since we're all here, so why don't you share your story, then I'm gonna have Pam share hers, and you guys have heard mine, but let's have you share like when you and I met and just a little bit of your background, kind of like you did at the event. Was that already just barely last weekend? It was, huh?
Yes. Yeah, well, I met Trisha to our program. I had one of my clients who came. I'm a hairdresser, and he came, and obviously my clients, I see them every 4 weeks, every month. And so one month he was, you know, kind of chunky, and I was kind of like, it was weird because he never had boobs. So all of a sudden he had boobies, you know, and I thought he was doing something else. But he told me he was gaining a lot of weight. But the following 2 months, he came back and he was completely great looking. I asked him, he told me he was going to share his what he was doing, and he never did. So, but he have told me what it was, so I just kind of Google it, the typical wanted to know, and we just kind of Google. So that's why it's so important that we actually stay connected with the people that wanted to know.
Right.
And so I learned that immediately. I remember I was going through a lot of depression, emotions. I had a terrible relationship before, emotional, domestic violent relationship. I was really in a bad shape. I wanted to say that I have never been that way in my whole entire life. I had a wonderful 10 years of marriage before, and this time I was a mess. So I needed to find something that was going to make me feel good, and my weight was really bad. I had 2 little ones at that time, 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old baby. So I was just busy becoming a teacher. I was just doing a lot of things because I broke up that relationship. So when I found Trisha, she connected with me. I wanted to say that at first I was a little scared because it's someone I never knew, someone you just kind of feel like all of a sudden you Google, you do this, you find this person. But I kind of trusted my heart. I thought I'd try something. So that's how we met. And Trisha saw the potential that, I was following everything. At that time, I lost 24 pounds within 8 weeks. And then I stayed connected, but then I just kind of, back and forth, like Trisha told me last time we saw, you took it as a diet, but you didn't take it as a lifestyle. So I learned from that, a point of her as a coaching with a lot of experience, to make sure that our clients need to know this is a lifestyle. This is a new lifestyle. And I love that when it says you're living your best life. Like, that's it. You want to live longer. You want to take care of yourself. Priority is your health. So we met and we went to that convention. I don't think I was ready. Back again, I wasn't ready. We went to the convention. I was a little bit scared being in the convention because English is my second language, learning like all the English event. It was like, what am I doing here? I felt out of place, but I just went with it. Just recently, the beginning of the year before quarantine, girls, I gained all my weight back terribly. I find myself in the same spot I was 2.5 years ago. And this time was with pre-diabetic. This time was with a lot of emotions and not even having a bad relationship, having a great relationship. It was just me not caring about me just taking care of everybody else and not focusing on me. So I called my coach. She told me, girl, you know what to do, which I love that because she trusted me. I reconnect again. I started doing the same thing. People started noticing, and I said, you know what? I have to coach. I have to be involved with the community. I have to make sure that I support women that maybe mine was only 27 pounds at this point, 28 pounds. But people have more than that, and they're going through more emotions than me. And that's why there is this thing where I say, eat your emotions, right? Because we all eat our emotions. Depending on our emotions, depending on what we go through, what do? We just put it in our mouth, and we don't have any idea what damage are we doing to ourselves. So I'm already coaching for, I want to say, just 2 days ago, one of my students called me and she said, teacher, I'm ready. I want to be in your shoes. I want to know what it feels like. I said, great. She gave me all her information. She's going to be on program next week. And that is the beauty of our program, like helping others, supporting others, knowing that where we were, someone you can help them, you can support them, because we're not heroes, but we can be an example of living a healthy life and making a whole life change. Trisha inspired me so much. I follow different people, but there's nothing like listen to what your coach tells you. Listen to what she advised you. So I'm really, I guess, filling myself with a lot of information. Now I Google things that are healthy and what's not healthy. Before, they gave me some birria in Spanish, is like goat, I think, and I would eat it, and I wouldn't even know how many tortillas I would eat. And today that I'm here with my son, he saw me so different. Life has changed so much for me, because one of the things that I'm very grateful today, being 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, in a bad emotional lifestyle. Today, by taking care of myself and creating relationships, I'm here with my son, something that him and I didn't have for being depressed. And he will always tell me, Mom, he will always say, well, you know, you're so kind. You let people, you know, treat you like that. Like, I almost felt like my kids didn't respect me because I was not taking care of me. Isn't it that amazing that even your own family doesn't believe in you when you don't take care of yourself? And this time when he's going to be 20 years old and he's working here, he's such a young kid. And I haven't told him that I am so proud of him. But honestly, I am very proud of him. I don't want my ego to be like my son. But I'm very happy and very proud that my kids have seen the mom that they have, getting herself on her feet again, having helping others. And that's what he told me when we had food yesterday. I said, I make you dinner. He ate all the food. He was kind of like, what, are you eating kosher? Like now you eating like the Jewish, you know? That was a good one. And I said, no, but I'm eating healthy. I want to make sure that, you know, your brothers stay healthy as I am. So I'm very grateful and I'm very happy that I found Trisha on the way on this journey. And we're still coaching. We're helping others. And good to meet you, ladies. I'm Allie.
Allie from the Stockton, San Francisco area. But we met through the lead program of our company. So, and I just went, it's ever so convenient that I went and just did an event over there in her neighborhood just a week ago. So we'll probably be doing more of those because she had some really great people. We had a lot of fun. And that fly is just gonna be the bane of my existence, I swear.
He's not gonna let it go.
I love that when we help other people, that's how we stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because your head is in the game. I remember when I started coaching, I'm like, well, I guess you can't be a fat health coach.
Yeah.
So, and maybe if I'm walking the walk and talking the talk, it'll make the difference because I had just done this yo-yo thing for all those years. And so, gosh, I lost 50 pounds in 4.5 months, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago. So what we love is the predictability of this program. So it's super simple. And when you follow it, it works every single time.
Good.
Women on average lose 10 to 12 pounds per month all the time. So Allie, you said the first time around you lost 24 pounds in 8 weeks. There you go. 10 to 12 pounds
Yes.
per month. So that's 2 months, more than it. So your pace was faster. So Pam, how about you?
You want to know my story or how much I've lost?
Yes. Because yours is a little bit different.
Yes. I was just miserable because I was menopausal and I had no energy. I was fatigued constantly, which I'm not that person that just sits around and does nothing all day. And I would literally sit around in my house and didn't care if anything got done or not because I just did not have the energy. The emotional roller coaster was crazy because I'm not a crier. I'd be driving down the road and sad song come on the radio. And I mean, literally I would, 5th grade, can't catch your breath, start crying and could not stop. I could not stop it. So I went to the doctor and all they wanted to do was give me antidepressants. I'm not depressed. I'm menopausal. There is a huge difference between the two. And I've done enough research on antidepressants that it is going to make me lower. I couldn't do that. So I started researching myself. I went online and I kept finding these articles that these women had commented about this program that they found. And that's all they would say was, I found this program and I feel wonderful and I have so much energy and it's helped my menopause. My hot flashes are less. My night sweats are less. My fatigue is gone. My brain fog is gone. And I thought, what is the damn name of it? I could not find the name of it. But just by karma, I guess, About 3 days later, I see my friend Monica posting on Facebook about this program that she started doing
Mm-hmm.
and how well she feels and how much weight she's losing. Which I'm a woman. I did want to lose weight. I mean, I was up to 212 pounds. I'm 5'10", but 212 for me, it was heavy. But I had given up on losing weight because everything I tried, for 2 years, I tried to lose weight and I went from 212 to 198 in 2 years. It took me to do that, 2 years because of the menopause. So then I seen her post thanking Trisha.
This one's a detective, I swear.
Oh, I am. Post thanking Trisha.
Did she work for the FBI?
That she got into. I was like,
Because
oh, who is this Trisha Kazarian? I gotta find this.
Monica hadn't worn jeans in like years.
Years. Monica never wore jeans. Never.
Always skirts, flowy skirts.
You know.
Okay, let's have to admit the button here. I'm gonna let you guys in. Hold on a second. There we go. It's the news being roll. You'll hear the name.
So I Googled her. I Googled Trisha. And I did. I found a website. So I went to her website and I emailed her. I didn't hear anything. And days goes by and she finally I don't know on that website. And I was a little skeptical at first, because I was one of those, the price thing people. That's a little pricey.
Until you know.
So I told her, I said, you know what? Let me think about it overnight. And I hung up with her. And I thought, Pam, because I have an analytical type mind. The only way you're going to know whether this is really
I already have a good.
it is, I got my bank statements out.
Okay, I'll get it ready.
Went through and I totaled up everything that went in my mouth. Everything. If I stopped at the convenience store and I got a coffee and a Snickers bar, because, that was lunch, I wrote it down. I about fell off my bar stool when I realized how much money I was spending on food. It was literally going to save me money to do the program.
You can pay yourself to get healthy if you
Yes.
pay attention
Yes.
to how much you're
And
spending.
it did.
already.
It saved me money. I couldn't believe because I didn't track that stuff. I didn't. I just went to the grocery store and bought my groceries. And it was crazy because, of course, the fact that I stopped at Lassiter's every day and got a designer coffee large, $7 a pop every day, sometimes twice a day.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's why we say pay
Yeah.
attention to everything you
So,
put in your mouth.
so if I did it twice, that was $14 and something. And
There's your
literally,
program right
program is $14 a day.
Right.
So,
Like, holy crap.
so I called her back the next morning and I said, sign me up, let's do it. I can do it. I don't, it's not what I thought as far as monetary. I can afford this easily because I'm spending a small fortune on groceries as it is. So I signed up and I ended up losing 53 pounds.
No matter.
I lost 30, my goal was 30 and I lost 33 and I transitioned to maintenance. And while I was on maintenance, I lost another 20. So I ended up losing a total of 53 pounds. I went from a size 16 to a 6.
Watch out for nosy right there.
Yeah. But the energy that I gained, the brain
I
fog.
like to send your platform that you campaigned on because it was kind of like Paul.
Right.
With all of her posts were
Yeah.
about the whole menopause relief.
Because it was really, it was killing my life. Menopause was killing my life because I was a person that lived life. I like to go out. I like to socialize. I did things, if I decided I wanted to paint the whole house, I painted the whole house. I mean, I didn't procrastinate on it. I was a doer. And all of a sudden I became I really don't care about anything person. And it was making me crazy. I thought I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. I'm going to have to go to the doctor because there's something wrong with my brain. And it was just menopause. It was really making me crazy. And the clarity that I got about the second week on program, well, it was before the second week. It was about the fifth day. So I woke up before my alarm went off at 6 o'clock, that was a never. I would beat that thing to death for 30, 40 minutes and then roll out play beat the clock to get dressed and get out the door. But I woke up before my alarm went off, and I wasn't working at that time, and I had a ton of energy. I couldn't believe it. I painted my whole bedroom that day. And I don't mean just the walls. I mean the doors, the trim. I painted the whole bedroom. Moved everything out, painted it, and I thought, she's back. I remember her. I remember
I
this
know that
person.
girl. I remember her.
She's back. And it just kept getting better and better. I just had more energy. Not to mention, you know, I'm not going to say I really, really, really did not hate at all being able to go into my closet and find something to wear without fretting
Yes.
for an hour.
What are you gonna be able to
What
squeeze
am I going to
into?
be able to, what can I put on that is going to make me look thin or
Black.
feel thinner
Black.
or feel better about myself? I shouldn't have to look through my closet to find something to feel better about myself. I should care enough about me to take care of myself. So I always feel good about myself, not just outside, but inside. I mean, the health benefit it's just amazing. I mean, I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have any of that. My husband's a type 1 diabetic. And since I've gotten him to start doing the 3x3x3, he does really well with his blood sugar. It has helped him a lot, but he had absolutely no weight to lose, none. Most type 1s are very thin, and he is very thin. But he does it with me, and I started coaching my second week because after my first week, I felt so good. And I told Trisha, I said, you know what?
Women need to know about this.
If I lose weight, great. I'll count that as a bonus. But first and foremost, I feel so much better in 1 week. Women need to know about this. I need to tell people because they don't have a whole lot out there for menopausal women other than
Take
an
more drugs.
antidepressant. Here, take these pills, and I'm not a pill taker. So, yeah, I started coaching right away. I haven't looked back. It's been 3 years, and I've kept my weight off.
So I think the important lesson here, this is why we made this, this is not necessarily a class, although we kind of sort of made, but we can, if you guys will message us later, then we can get you the recipes.
Mm-hmm.
But the important thing is that you learn how to cook with different ingredients. Because I remember thinking, okay, well, I see now that I can probably lose the weight.
Right.
But so help me, if I have to eat rabbit food and lettuce for the rest of my life, I'm just gonna be fat.
Right. Right. It's not going to work.
Because I didn't get fat by not eating
Right.
yummy food.
Well, and I'm not going to say I didn't have a slip or a slide.
Yeah, sure.
Or that if I go to a birthday party, I might have a small slice of cake.
Mhm.
But back in the day, I would have a slice of cake
Or
with
two.
ice
Or
cream
two.
and whatever was on the table,
Right.
And I'm just more health conscious, thinking about what goes on my plate.
Yeah. I think the cool thing is that you learn how to cook with different ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm talking to a client, like Ellie, you probably didn't say at your house, hey, healthy dinner's served, right? You said dinner's ready.
Right.
Because it's almost like if somebody knows that it's not the traditional ingredient, oh, well, that's why it's.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell the story of my little brother and it's funny, he has gotten help now. He's at his high school.
Mm.
The shirt that he wore in the army when he was here at Fort Campbell,
Nice.
he's wearing now. And he is 12 years younger than me, so that would make him 40. So,
I'm going to say to my 20-year-old to be, dinner's ready.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Right?
I remember my mom telling my brother, you want to come over for lasagna after church? Oh, I love lasagna. I'll be right over. And at that point, he was bound and determined to not. This is this healthy thing. It's for the birds, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So he just loves food. He was literally on his 4th serving of lasagna before he goes, wait a minute. This is healthy lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
Because it tasted so good.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the fun part. So we teach you how to eat differently. And, you know, we have 3 phases to our program. So there's the weight loss part, where women are going to lose 4 pounds per month. Guys are really annoying and they're going to lose 15,
Yeah.
18 pounds a month, whatever.
Right.
But then we transition and we start slowly adding in the foods back in that we haven't been eating. And then we just teach you how to, I mean, honestly, to this day, I still don't count calories. And I lost my weight 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let me know when you're ready, Nicole. I am. Okay.
We teach you how to eat, what foods to eat together. And it's just the process, and it's being plugged into this community.
And step outside of that comfort box, because mine was, my things that I would cook would be the same normal things. Of course, Southern, you know, fried this, fried that, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, don't be afraid to try a new recipe because, oh my gosh, there's been so many new things that I have cooked that, like the enchilada bowls. Oh, my husband absolutely begs for me to make those. He loves them, you know, and so many different new recipes that are now our new favorites. And at first I wouldn't do that. When I first started, I was very conservative, and I was salads and chicken, and because I didn't know, I was scared to. So I got on Pinterest and I got on Sandy's Kitchen, and I made a pact with myself. I said, okay, I'm going to pick 2 recipes each week. I'm going to make 2 new recipes and try them. I may not ever like it again, but I'm going to do 2 new recipes every week.
Right.
And then I just started incorporating that into our meals. And then, you know, now it's just like old hat.
Right. This is how we cook now.
They're both delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
It is so fun. And I think that the cool thing to point out to you, for example, is that we're not actually a diet company or a weight loss company. We are a personal development company that happens to have a wellness component because we work the hardest on our mind. And so when you start, because your coach will help you, that somebody says, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't. And I'm like, really? Can you? Or can't you? Because it's a choice. What? I choose not to.
Right.
And so until someone is ready to do program, it's funny talking to new coaches who are, you know, trying to get the word out and everything. They said, well, she can't do this and she can't do that. I said, no, it's not important enough to her yet. It's not a priority yet. And that's okay. We love to work with people who are ready.
And I've had people that have said, you know, no, I'm not going to do it. I appreciate the phone call. I appreciate your time, but no. 6 months or so, they call me back because they've sat on that nail long enough.
Yeah, we talk about that.
Or they've gone to the doctor, and the doctor has just flat told them, look, you can either do something for your health,
or you're looking at a shortened life.
Or you're looking, you're looking at a heart attack, a stroke, whatever, here very shortly. I just signed a guy up last week, and he is 38 years old. Went to the doctor because he was having some heart issues, and they didn't.
At 38.
They sent him to the hospital to have stents put in.
Oh, jeez.
At 38,
That's just wrong.
and he's not extremely overweight. He's overweight, but he's extremely unhealthy. He drinks, he smokes, he eats like crap, he works constantly. I mean, he owns his own business, and that, I think that's a lot of our problem, people in general, is we as Americans, we work to live. So we're working all the time, or we're taking care of our kids all the time, or we're taking care of our animals or our husbands. Everything comes before us. So we put ourselves on that back burner. And, you know, the simple truth of it is you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
If you don't.
You have to take care of you first.
Right. If you don't take care of you, how can you be at your best for everybody else?
Exactly. So, how's everybody else's dinner? You can unmute yourself if you were loud. React. Kind of muted you.
Well, sounds like this was a dinner with coaches too.
Letty and Bobby, back when I was still in California, used to come over to my house and do all the work. And this is the first time.
Pam did not, Letty. Pam did not.
She doesn't
on,
love us
Pam.
anymore.
Come on, Pam. You should have done some cooking.
I did it.
You did it right.
So what'd you make? Did you make the lasagna?
I made the turkey meatball lasagna. Sure did. Delicious. Love it.
Letty,
I have to try that one. Huh?
you share your story really fast. This is my
Share my story really fast.
She's my neighbor. So, hold on.
Whoa, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I
We
know.
Lost you.
lost camera.
You say, somebody turn your camera off.
Hang on. Please hold. No. Bobby, here.
Hang on.
Let go. Cancel. Please hold. Okay, you want to come over here, Mr. Krager?
She asked you.
I know, but come over with me. Anyway, I started this program 2018, I think.
I think so.
I think it was 2018.
Yes, February.
February 2018. I about a year prior to that, I had gotten on an airplane and I needed a seatbelt extender. And I was not happy with the fact that I needed a seatbelt extender. So, and Trish had asked me about 8 years prior to that. We talked, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't need anything like that. But I did. And I had to wait for that nail to get painful enough, and that was the seatbelt extender for me. But I waited almost a whole year after that to let me not. No, I was like, let me not be leaning on the couch as much as I was. Yeah, we were at the vet today with 2 dogs. But anyway, I started the program. I called Trish up and I said, can I lose 25 pounds in 2.5 months? Because that's all I thought I was going to lose. And that's all I thought would get me out of needing a seatbelt extender. And well, my trip got canceled and I lost 104 pounds. So go figure. I started coaching about 3 months in. And Bobby was making the lean and greens, but by not changing any other of his habits, which included going out for banana splits, going out for donuts with my mom, etc. He still lost 10 pounds. And so he ended up joining the program and coaching with me as well after a few months. So there we have it. Nutshell.
The two of you together have lost how much?
We have lost together almost 150 pounds. Or actually over 150
Over
pounds.
150.
Yeah, about 151.
Nice.
Now,
So, yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you scale a building?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I threw myself off the side of a building. Yeah, I ended up going, I thought, and see, this is one of the things.
This was not a suicide attempt.
No, losing the weight had me going, ooh, that sounds fun. Let's try that. And at work, there was an email about a fundraiser for Habitat for Humanity. It was called Over the Edge, where you got a chance to go over the edge of a 10-story building. So I did that. Raised the money, went over the edge. Was a little nervous, but you know what? It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah,
So, and
Skydiving's next.
no,
Could you even
swimming with sharks. Gonna go swim with the sharks.
Letty,
That's next.
envision yourself doing that before programs?
No, I never thought I would ever do anything like that. And that's one of the things that I loved about this program is just because, like Trish said, it's a personal development program. I have, my personality has changed. My thought processes have changed. So it is, I am a much better version of myself, yet I know I can continue to become a better version of myself. So that's, it's been fun. It's been quite the journey.
But I think when we, well, the only reason these bars are is because when my coach, at the end of my first week, I was down 6 pounds, and I had all the energy that Pam was talking about. All the hot flashes were taken. I was 48 when I started. All the hot flashes were gone. I didn't have the burn anymore. I felt great, and so everybody at work is like, "How's the diet going?" Because when you start, you just think you're starting a diet,
Right.
and I said, "Great," and I told them everything that had happened. And I said, "Look at your friend over here, that nose." Feel free to elbow his nose right there.
It's okay.
You guys see Quincy's nose? It's right there. Gonna help himself. Oh, it's right out of the cap. There it is. If he could reach, he would. So, but they weren't calling my coach because I said, no, I'm not doing this thing. I'm not doing this thing at all. Call my coach. Nobody was calling her.
Mhm.
And at the end of the second week, so far, nobody could tell that I'd lost any weight. I was down 6 pounds. Probably at that point, it was 11 days in because we only weigh once a week. Because it's not about the number on the scale, it's about all the habits that we create. In the meantime, the numbers on the scale will just happen magically. And so at the end of the first week, nobody's calling her. She said, "Look, Trish, they're not going to call me." I said, "Why not?" They said they wanted to do the diet. And she says, "Because they don't know me, first of all." And then she said what I needed to hear. She said, "When you're helping other people, we've got a study from Johns Hopkins Hospital that shows us that you're going to be 5 times more likely to keep your weight off." I'm like, fine. It's literally how I came into coaching. Fine, then I guess we'll try that. And that's why I said, I guess you can't be a fat health coach. So let me just try that to keep the weight off. But that's what I told Letty and Bobby. That's what I told Allie. That's what I told Pam. I'm like, this is almost, coaching is like weight loss insurance. So do you have to do it? Nope, you don't have to. But 85 to 90% of the people who don't are going to turn around and put their weight back on because we're not plugged into this whole system that we have. We have, 4 different components to what we do. And so we have a coach that you're accountable to. And I don't know about you before, but whenever I was on my own before dieting, well, if you cheat, you're only, you're just accountable to yourself, and that's not so good.
And then it snowballs.
Yeah, right. So it just goes downhill from there. So first of all, you have a coach. Secondly, there's the Habits of Health book over there. We have a Habits of Health transformational system, and it's very intuitive. It's an educational component. And this is where you're going to start kind of rewiring your brain. However old we are is how many years of bad habits we've got. And you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. And so it's very introspective. So there's a lot of journaling involved, and you take it at your own pace, like 5 or 10 minutes a day. The book is going to take probably a year or longer to do because we've got to work through some stuff. This is where the issue is. It's not about the food, but it's not about the food, So then we have
there's more to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So then we have the third component is we have an amazing community, and these guys here are part of it. So, and us here, this is when I moved and I transplanted myself here, that was a huge part because I already have a lot of team members here. And it was time to pick up and start my life all over again. And I thought I was moving to Oregon because I love the beach and there's no hurricanes over there or alligators and things like that, except that poodles and rain don't go together.
Really?
Well, just this whole wet dog thing all the time, and the rain that it rains there. So when I rethought it, I thought, well, let me check out Clarksville. And we had a retreat here a year and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
Letty came to the retreat. Pam was at the retreat, and so I started looking at real estate back then, that long ago, and I had accidentally dripping on myself because I'd signed myself up for Realtor.com, the searches, and so I was getting emails all the time about the real estate and all that. And so this is our community. And when everybody's on the same journey, you're all supporting each other. It's kind of like you get individual coaching and group coaching because we have a secret page on Facebook that has over 8,000 members, and that's just our team.
Yeah.
The company is helped now approaching 2 million people.
Wow.
So what makes it easy is the 4th component. And I remember thinking at the end of the first week, well, this is like the no-brainer way to get healthy. Like, where has this been, all these diets that I tried before?
Right.
So we teach you how to eat like a diabetic. And we teach you how to eat like a diabetic. We provide 5 of those. So
How?
because They come in your program, in your box. And so they are protein and carb balanced. They are packed with vitamins and minerals and probiotics. And they're exactly what you need to have, nutritionally speaking, every 2.5 to 3 hours.
Mhm.
And so one meal a day will look like this. You only have to cook one time a day.
What?
She's like, what?
But does it taste good?
Oh my
Yes.
God, yes, yes.
And
Because I'm very picky.
I tried everything. I mean, Nutrisystems, Jenny, I tried it all. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I
you.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Nutrisystems, I think I lasted 3 days on it. It tasted like cardboard to
Yeah,
me. There
yeah.
was no flavor in anything.
And I think when it comes down to what, so we'll let it refer to about that nail being sharp enough. I don't know if you've heard this story. So a couple of us have mentioned it already. So there's the story of the 2 old guys sitting on the rocking chair on the porch, and they're rocking back and forth. And there's a dog there. And very regularly, the dog cries. And the one guy asks the other one, what the hell's wrong with your dog? He goes, oh, he's sitting on a
Thank
nail. He goes, well, why doesn't he move? He goes, because I guess it's not painful enough.
Right.
So until somebody is up to here and ready, then you're ready. And that's why Letty wasn't ready for 8 years. So
Yeah, what can I say? I was trying other things too, and nothing worked in terms of losing 100 pounds. I lose 25 and stop. I plateau. I give up. Whatever. And this program is the only thing that got me to that weight loss.
I tried them with her, and the only one I didn't do was Lindora. She did Lindora twice, and
25 pounds.
and I would not do that with her. And then this came along. I had just given up.
well, and
There
you
was just no point.
again, right, Lee?
Say again?
I didn't hear.
I said you probably thought, here we go again.
That's right.
That's what I thought for sure. And after losing the 10 pounds, just doing the lean and green cooking and
And watching me consistently lose.
then I decided I would do it. And in 3 months, I lost another 47 pounds. And that's when I said, this is a good program. It works. They need a little lean and green. What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Quincy was determined he was going to have dinner with us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
He's very pleased with himself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot that it was down there. Yeah, he's done that before. But it's
Let me finish this for you. Y'all didn't
let me
finish it.
help you clean off the
Mm-hmm.
tabletop. So
No, he's he got those up there again.
he's looking. That's the boy. That's the boy. That's why I
I
posted
didn't
this.
share.
Yeah, he did. Bella's like, wait a minute, that was dinner?
Yeah. Did you get anything, Bella?
So, any questions from y'all over there? Or from you? The people.
I might have a lot of questions. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
have a lot of how it will come. I have a lot.
Write 'em down. Well, seriously, write them. I mean, and I tell all my people that, write them down, because it's kind of like going to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
When
I do the same
you
thing.
don't have somebody with you,
Yeah.
or you don't have it on your mind, I'll leave and I'll go, dang it, I meant to ask him that.
Yeah.
Or I meant to ask her that. Or,
Yeah, right now.
I'm cleaning the kitchen.
Oh,
They look innocent. The minute your back's turned, they're up there.
Kim, I didn't get you.
Well, thank you guys all for Bella Grace. Good job.
Letty, the recipe I'll post for the turkey lasagna. The only thing
Okay.
it calls for a can of diced tomatoes or a cup. I use the Rotel tomatoes instead.
Okay.
That
Sounds good.
was a nice little.
Spicy.
Wonderful. We gotta scoot because we gotta walk the dogs and then medicate them. So
We are finishing up
We
anyway.
will see you guys later.
I'm so glad you all came.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Bye.
Enjoy your son.
All right. Have a good time.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Bye. Bye.